Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, neither are any of these blokes. This is Sammie 2015 from Lemon Clan in the T34-85. This is going to be a little bit different this game. This is another episode of Low Tier, Hold My Beer. I reckon that sounds pretty good. We've all had a game where we've been in the game and we're low tier, we're a bit shitty about it, and we think, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do when we're low tier? Well, Sam's going to show us. We're on Prokhorovka. He's in the T34-85. Now, T34-85 is a tech tree tank, not a premium tank. It's one that you can buy for credits by grinding up the Russian medium tank line. But the T34-85, the T34, there's lots of different variants of T34s in the game. The T34-85, the normal way to play this tank might be with the 85mm gun, hence the name, but not Sammie. Sammie's getting ready to be pretty cool. He's got the derp gun. Now, a derp gun, if you're new to the game, a derp gun is a gun which is maybe not so accurate, pretty high potential damage, but low penetration maybe, and it can often pull out some derpy results. Hence the name. The KV2 is a really good example. You can one shot certain tanks. Now Sammie just pretty much one shot that MT25. Yeah, he shot him twice. The first shot was 100 damage. The second shot was 400 damage, and a little bit of fire finished him off. This is what I mean by a derp gun. This is a high explosive ammunition, 122mm gun. This is a tier 6 premium tank. This is not a heavy tank. It's the kind of tank you'd normally see, like KV2 or something like that. Potentially 450 alpha damage, 61mm of penetration, which isn't too much. But with HE is different, and they are talking about HE changes, but nothing's set in stone yet. Right, now Sammie's low tier in this game. This is a tier 7 battle. He's in a tier 6 Russian tech tree tank, not a premium tank. I'm stressing that because you can buy this tank just by credits without getting out your bank card. You can buy it through the Russian medium tank line. 1 zips a score. This is an encounter battle. Looking towards the IS-2. There you go. 144 damage into the top of the IS-2, the tier 7 heavy tank. You're looking over into the middle. If he can hit that AMX, I'll go he. Now if this goes in, I'll go to bed. No, I won't go to bed. It's still early. 1 zips the score. Sammie from Lemons on 1 kill. 680 hit points of damage. Now, the point is with this video, that might have went in. I'm not too sure. That was a heat round, I think, because he's firing at heavy tanks. Now, heat round is premium in this tank. Heat round does act differently to HE, despite the first 2 letters being the same. HE for high explosive, 450 alpha, 61 pen. It can splash though, 2.5 meter splash range, so you can still do damage to things. Even if the point of impact you don't do any damage to, you can still splash around that well armored spot. If you've got some low armored spots near that heavily armored spot. Heat rounds, which starts with high explosive as well. Heat round, high explosive anti-tank. That's premium ammunition on this bad boy. That penetrates normally with 140mm. Of penetration, but the alpha damage is 370 on average. So 370 is what you'll get. If you pen, you'll get 370 alpha damage, but with the HE option, which is loading now, you might get 450. So you got 453 there. So he penned that. He penned that shot, and that's why I got the full whack for that bullet. If he hadn't have penned. If you hadn't have penned, you would have got a lot less. There's Purple Biscuits in the T29. If you don't know who Purple Biscuits is and you play on the Aussie server, you will when you get up to tier 7. He runs his T29. That's what you see him in. Often playing quite conservative, even though he might be playing conservatively, but he's getting close to the cap. There's the IS-2. Bang! No, he missed. Unfortunately, with the derp guns, they're not known for their accuracy as well. Now, this is a low tier. Hold my beer. Sammie is low tier in this game. And you've all said, people who are experienced in this game, we've seen it. People load in and they go, oh, I'm low tier, bottom tier again. Oh, the world's going to end. Well, you can still contribute to a victory. And this replay, this is just a standalone replay. This one goes for a little while. The score is 3-2. Sam's already done 1,668 hit points of damage, and he's in the T34-85 with the derp gun. But you can still contribute to a victory. You can see some of the other tier 6 tanks right back on the red line, playing like tank destroyers or artillery pieces. Sam is maybe the most forward tank in the game, even though he's low tier, but he's using his brains. He's using the bushes for camouflage. He's realised that no one on the enemy team has really pushed up towards his eastern hill on Prokhorovka. And he's used that to his advantage. I'm tipping he's got a pretty good crew in this tank. He's running food, extra combat rations, which will give extra 10% to all his crew skills and perks. He's probably trying to mark this tank. This will be some kind of challenge, right? Let's see if he can mark the tank with the derp. Why not? Sounds like a good challenge to me. He just got the Tiger P for 187 hit points of damage, which isn't too bad for shooting a higher tier tank with a derp gun. 4-4 the score. He did get spotted then, so he pulled right back. And the point of this video, there's going to be a couple more this month and maybe next month. Low tier hold my beer. Oh, that sounds pretty good. What you can do as a low tier tank in a game, even though you're not top tier, you can still contribute to a win. I don't want to give too much away, but Sam has a pretty good game at this. The score's 4-4. There's 9 minutes left on the clock. He's looking and peeking. Unfortunately, his team have dropped off a bit. They were 3-0 or 3-1 not too long ago. Now the score's 4-4. The infamous Purple Biscuits is back there in his T29. We know he's not going to move because we know Purple Biscuits pretty well. Bang goes the T20. There you go. When you're a low tier tank, you can even kill higher tier tanks. And the best thing about it, especially if you're grinding up a line, and this is something which people sometimes either dismiss or don't realise, if you're lower tier, if you do damage or kill a higher tier tank, you get more XP than if you damage or kill a lower tier tank. I'm guessing it works the same for spotting. It must, and so you can really get some big XP games. And I think you might have worked it out. This is going to be a pretty big XP game. Gets rid of the IS-2 there as well. Another tier 7 tank. So he's killed the IS-2. He's killed the T20. There's only 2 dead tier 7 tanks on the enemy game, on the enemy team, and Sammie's killed both of them. He's got 9 heat rounds left, 13 high explosive. He is swapping between heats and high explosive depending on the situation, depending on what he wants to do. If there's something he thinks he's probably not going to pen, or he might get that big high alpha wow bullet. There you go, bang, straight into the Fireflight. Cops a couple of shots of damage though. 118 from the T20, 238 from the Super Hellcat. Pulls back because he's down to 339 hit points, which is 338 more than he needs. But he's on 4 kills, 2,809 hit points of damage. He's having a ripper. He's enjoying the hill because some of the tanks have realised that Sam, who's already got 1 mark of excellence on that gun barrel, some of them have already realised that he's up there. That Super Hellcat, I reckon, was a blind shot. So Sam puts a blind shot of his own in towards the, I think it's the ARL-44. Not sure if it hit. If it did hit, it certainly didn't kill him. Spots out the Chi-Ri again, and Chi-Ri realising that there's a T34-85 up on the hill, and he's having a little bit too much fun. That's exactly what he's thinking. Oh, super cup of that. Sammie 2015 from Lemon Tank. 9-7's the score. He's on 2,809 hit points of damage. 240 blocked, 757 assisted damage. Looking at, there's the Biscuits. The Biscuits is back there on 989 hit points. I haven't seen him spotted for a while, but somebody's been blind firing, surely. The Tiger 1 on Sammie's team. Again, he's sort of playing the back marker here on the railway line, which is that's all right. That's what he's doing. There's a ARL-44 in the north, which we can't see because he's out of Sam's render range, but Sam's still trying to contest with the tanks that he can see, the tanks that are in the vicinity. There's the T20 going for a run up another T20. We know what happened to the last T20. Is this going to be a wow shot? Shoots him, nearly kills him, gets him for 339 hit points. That's what I mean about the HE rounds. HE rounds, 450. If you don't pen, you might still splash. He would have hit the back of the tank. Oh, again, that time he only got him for 68. So that clearly didn't pen and probably just splashed around near his tracks. But one more shot should do it for the T20. Remember we're talking about, bang, there he goes. Down goes the T20. That's 5 kills, so he's only 1 kill away from the top gun. He finished a mission to get 5 kills and 3,000 hit points of damage. He's done that. That's for his T55A, the 3rd reward tank in the first lot of premium missions. And there's the top gun. He kills the ARL-44 with a bullet to the top of the head. Remember, he's low tier. So next time you see someone complaining about being low tier, don't worry about it. Now, we haven't spotted the Super Hellcat yet, but we know where he is because the Super Hellcat just shot him from that direction. And so he's clearly up there on the hill. The M4A1 FL10, which is a great little tank at tier 6. Looks like he's trying to play hull down on the riverbed. Purple Biscuits hasn't moved, which is not that surprising. 11-8 the score, 6 kills to Sammie. Sammie 2015 from Lemon. Finally, the Super Hellcat gets spotted. If this hits, it didn't. If that hit that open top of the Tier 7 American Premium Tank Destroyer, it would have been good night Irene, I reckon, for the Super Hellcat. Super Hellcat's coming up to, he really wants to kill Sammie in his T34-85. I'm not too sure why. The score's 11-8, so the result's not looking too bad. Just got to dig out these well dug in tanks. Now this is encounter mode. Encounter mode does take ages to cap it out. So capping is probably not a realistic thing. The cap circle's just over there. You can see it on the minimap. Cap circle's just there. If any of Sam's teammates try to cap this one out, they're going to get spotted out either by the Super Hellcat. Bang! What Super Hellcat? That was 463 hit points. Either going to get spotted by the Super Hellcat. The Chi-Ri on the ridgeline, who's just been killed by the T35-2. And there's the great Purple Biscuits. Stay hull down, Purple Biscuits. That's the way to do it. There's Super Hellcats coming in for a YOLO. Sam goes for the kill, but he gets taken out by the T50-2, the Tier 6 Premium Russian light tank, and that just leaves 2 enemy tanks remaining. The T29 and the M4A1 FL10, the Tier 6 auto-loading French medium tank, which I love, and Purple Biscuits in his T29. Here comes Sammie. He's on 6 kills, 4,500 hit points of damage, 370 blocked, 757 assisted damage. He wants to get the side of the Great Biscuits. As a look, he's on 385 hit points. This could be a 7th kill. If he gets this kill, a Radley Walters might be up for grabs, but you never know. 13-9's a score. Low tier, hold my beer. 3 minutes left on the clock. He's just hiding for a minute. Make sure he goes unspotted. Purple Biscuits is definitely spotted. Sam's waiting till he moves out. You can see only a critical hit, so they don't always do damage, HE. Some people think HE does always do damage. The M4 gets a kill on the T50-2, and this is why Sam's not just rushing in. They might be winning by 3 tanks, 13 versus 10, but nothing's a foregone conclusion. We've all lost games from a position like this before. Sam's not on many hit points, and some of his teammates might not be either. The Biscuits pulls back looking for the spot on Sammie, doesn't quite get it. 118 hit points left on the T29. Sammie's on 86. They're both a one-shot for each other finally. Sam's just taking his time. You can see the gun is not aiming in his direction. Bang! Shoots and scores. That's his 7th kill. Low tier, remember? Remember, Sam's a low tier in this game. He's not in a top tier overpowered premium tank or a top tier heavy tank where he can just roll over the enemy team. He's playing smart, he's playing wise. He's got an interesting choice for a gun. I'll tell you what, if it looks funny and it works, it's not really funny. Going to climb up the hill, looking for the M4A1 FL10. This is an encounter battle. If you don't kill all the tanks or cap the cap out, you need a result. You need a result for this one. They're not on the defence. The M4A1 FL10 though, he looks like he's going to hide up in the corner. Sam's worked that one out. He is only on 86 hit points, but he reckons if he can spot him, hopefully one of his teammates will be able to help him polish off the Tier 6 Premium French auto-loading medium tank. 14-10's a score, 7 kills for Sammie, 4,672 hit points of damage done, 370 blocked, 757 assisted. This would be a shame if it ended up being a draw. 500 hit points left on the French tank. French tank backs up. Sammie shoots him for 459. The Tiger confirms a kill, and they win with a minute left on the clock, 15-10. Let's have a look at the result before we wind up today's video. Low tier, hold my beer. Sammie 2015. He doesn't care if he's low tier. And why would you? Why would you care if you're low tier? You get all this bonus XP. It might be a bit more challenging. You might have to use your brains a bit like Sam did. We saw one not too long ago. It was a light tank getting heaps of spots on a low tier, hold my beer kind of replay. But it's not just lights that can do it. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from the old mate Sammie 2015 from Lemon Clan. There was also the Bruiser Medal, Arsonist, 5 for effect, Nichols Medal for getting 4 tanks of a higher tier. So I got 4 kills of higher tier. You got the MT25 was Tier 6. You got the T29, which is Tier 7, the T20, which was Tier 7, the IS2, and the other T20. So 4 kills. Also picked up a couple of Tier 6 kills, the Sherman Firefly, the ARL, and the MT25. But remember we talked about XP, get more XP if you're low tier. Well, have a look at this. This is the base score. This is without the daily double or a premium account multiplier or those ×5 things you get every day. This is the base score, 2,110 base experience. For a reference, 1,200 is generally where you start to get ace tankers. Sometimes 1,100, rarely 1,000, but generally 1,200 or 1,300 base XP is an ace. This is 2,110 base experience. 7 kills, 5,287 hit points of damage done. He fired 38 shots, 22 hit, 11 penned. Now those penetrating shots work a little bit differently with HE. The HE shots that don't pen sometimes still do damage, and sometimes it's your objective not to pen, just to track them or just to do a bit of damage rather than none. That's why he got 13 shots that did splash damage. He sniped a bit, he blocked a bit, and he spotted a bit. That all adds up to your your XP score, and it's not a bad one. More than double the XP of the bloke who came second on 885, which isn't a bad score. It's not bad at all. Like, he would have had plenty of assisted damage. It was Prokhorovka on a light tank, but Sammie doubled it with 5,287 damage, 2,210 base experience. Now, this is not a premium tank. He's got a premium account, though, so he made good coin. Made nearly 23,000 credits. That's after tax with a premium account, even though he's paying full price for consumables. If he was paying half price, which we'll do another video on that another day, if he paid half price, he would have made a little bit more credits, and of course he had some bonuses going, personal reserves, and probably a clan credit booster or something like that. Not bad for a 14-minute game, possibly the highest base XP score I've seen in a tier 6 tank, or in any tank, for a long, long time. Sammie, thank you very much for the replay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget, if you're low tier, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it if you're low tier. You can still not only impact the game, but as Sammie's just displayed in this one, pick up an ace and carry it. There's going to be more low tier Hold My Beer replays coming on a Thursday, occasionally, from between now and whenever. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get on board. All that kind of thing. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for the replay, Sam. Take care and see you all next time.